welcome in, you guys. Welcome into the lounge. I forgot, I needed my speaker. I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Welcome in, you guys. I forgot to hook up my microphone, and we are week 4, day 2 of the Diddy trial. So I'm going to let me connect my microphone, you guys, real quick. Let me connect. Let me connect my microphone. I should have did that. Okay. Now I put my little microphone. Welcome, welcome. Um, P Diddy, you a mess. Hey, Kathy Wallace, how are you? Welcome, welcome. So, y'all, today is week 4, day 2. You guys, we are doing the morning update, y'all. Welcome in the building. Smash the like button. How are y'all doing today? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, you guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Y'all, I'm just trying to get situated. Hold on real quick. I'm sorry. I did this backwards. Hey, Kiba, welcome. So y'all, hey KMR, how are you doing? KMR is in the building. Yes. Hey Ken, how are you? So y'all, this is an update, you guys. So the morning it started out, not so bad. And Diddy, he came in. He had a brown sweater on and some khaki pants and I look like a white like undershirt. Hey, Tammy, how are you? Welcome. So he came in. He gave the little heart emoji to everybody that's sitting on the pews, on the benches, and it was a lot of kind of like just early morning. Everybody's kind of conversating until court started. So Diddy, he put the heart symbol, to everybody, like I said, and then they started housekeeping. They started taking not taking notes, just kind of started talking about some things that was kind of going on, mostly about the videotapes with the hotel. Y'all remember the videotapes? I will, Ayasha, definitely, definitely. Hey, Terrence, how are you? So, hey, Ken, how are you? So, thank you, Ayasha. Thank you. KMR says heart symbol is crazy from a guy who got 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Oh no, yes, KMR. He put the heart symbol, and y'all, he like I said before, Diddy is old. He looks like he's like 70 years old. You guys, I'm just saying, he's gray. He does have a lot of gray hair. Hey, how are you? And so he's gray. He's completely like grayed out. Looks older. He looks like those pictures that you guys see on the internet. Of course, looks just like that. Hi, how are you, Jacob? Welcome. So they were doing like house cleaning when we first got started, you guys, and then they were talking about the hotel video. They started discussing the timestamps on the videos. And Tammy says he needs to throw the heart symbol in the trash. I know, right? I know, right? Tommy, oh my goodness, yeah. So he threw the heart symbol out, which was I was like, wow. But they were like I said, doing house cleaning first thing this morning, and then it says a whole, oh my goodness, you guys, it was some drama. It was a fight. Some black woman in the courtroom, y'all, she went waka flocka flame. She was cutting up in the courtroom, y'all. It was a fight. She was fighting with the federal agents, you guys. I don't know why she was fighting with the federal agents. I was sitting right next to her, like one person over me and my baby. We were sitting one person over from her. She snapped out. I don't know why she snapped out, but she snapped out and she was fighting with the agents in the courtroom while the judge was on the stand. She was yelling and she said, Diddy, that's why everybody's laughing at you. We were like, oh my goodness. And then they took her outside and then they arrested her. It was crazy. It was so crazy. Hey, baby. Question: when you went down, did they arrest that lady?
No, she was outside. I got her on my live too.
Jamil got her on his live. You guys go check his live out.
Yeah, she went on, but they did not lock her up.
Oh, he said they didn't. They didn't arrest her. He said
Yes,
they didn't
I got
arrest
another
her.
fight that's on my live too.
They.
As soon as I came out the door.
Oh my God, these people are snapping out, you guys. Oh my God. Hey, loving myself. Hey, young Young King, how are you? Chloe, every guy, welcome you guys. Everybody, smash the like button, you guys. Yeah, so I guess they didn't arrest her, but she was fighting with the federal agents in the courtroom while the judge was on the stand, while in court. It was crazy. I could not believe exactly how she was acting. I thought they would have arrested her like right on spot, right? But they didn't arrest her. Jamil said they took her outside and she was outside still, like I guess cutting up, and then another fight ensued. So you guys, with that being said, that altercation got done, got taken care of, and then they went ahead and started court. So Janice comes into court. She's wearing a black blazer with gold, like little gold. I don't know if it's like little gold hearts on it or what. She has her blonde wig on. Y'all know she loved them blonde wigs. And then with long nails and her sunglasses on. And then the one with the curly hair, he came in. I didn't see nobody else come in from the family. So just the curly head boy, and then and Janice Combs. They were doing more housekeeping on the hotel because they were trying to get, like, I guess everything in place with the hotel video. And then Diddy, I wrote down that Diddy, he was talking and engaging a lot, at the time with his attorneys. I did get a real good close up on Mark Agnifilio. So Ayasha, yes, Justin, we got when Mr. Agnifilio came out, Diddy's lawyer. He came to the courthouse, and me and Jamil got a close up on him. So that was pretty interesting. So yeah, it says and, oh yeah, and Diddy was wearing his glasses. He had to see today, honey. Diddy had to see today. He had them glasses and he had them spectacles on, y'all. Smash the like button, you guys. Welcome in the building. So then the jury came in the courtroom, and then they called Eddie Garcia to the stand. So Eddie Garcia is the security guard at the hotel that where the tape was, where they got the tape with Diddy, DB, and Cassie in the hallway. I think it was the Intercontinental Hotel. So he was one of the security guards there at the hotel. So he said, they started asking him questions. So he was like, he was a 33 year old. He was a private security for the Intercontinental. Hey, Vida, how are you? He worked private security for the Intercontinental, like the hotel, I believe it was. And he worked there in 2016 for a security company. Let me see what else. What else? Hold on, you guys. Let me see. So March 5th, he was notified. He said he was notified of a domestic dispute with Sean Diddy Combs. So he had an order to testify to come to court. He had to, basically, he was subpoenaed pretty much to court, where he had to testify. He had to testify truthfully, and as long as he testifies truthfully, they said that he can't be prosecuted. When they go on and say March 2016, Garcia worked there. He was only working there a few months by then, right? Then it says, let me see. Okay, they showed the hotel video with Cassie when Diddy. Remember when Diddy came out and he, was doing DB and essaying Cassie. They showed that video again in the hallway. So he reviewed the video and came to know it was Diddy and Cassie in the video eventually, right? So it says Garcia said well, let me see. Garcia said that Cassie didn't request help. I guess she didn't call 911 or request any like assistance once that situation happened in that hotel. So they hold on, you guys. My eye is itching, y'all. My eye is itching. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. So so they were saying pretty much, so this security officer, he worked at the hotel, right? And so what happened was Diddy was KK was calling up to the hotel. So she was like, there was a situation that happened, and I'm trying to see if I can basically view the video footage from that incident, from that situation. Hey Pam, how are you, hon? Welcome. Jose, welcome. So needless to say, when he, I guess when KK was calling up to the hotel trying to ask to see the video, and then Garcia was pretty much like, hey, I need to let my supervisor know what's going on. So then eventually, somehow, they didn't say how, at least I didn't catch how, somehow Diddy or KK got Garcia's personal cell phone. So he's like, how did, I'm trying to figure out how they basically got my personal cell phone. So then KK kept on calling him on the personal cell phone because she wanted a copy. She wanted to see this video because she was like, well, Diddy was intoxicated. We want to see the video because they were trying to see how bad the video was, basically, right? So when they did that, they were like trying to call him, trying to say, hey, can we see it? He was like, I need to, speak with, basically my manager. Because they were like, yeah, Diddy, he was really, intoxicated. Then they call a sidebar. So then after they called the sidebar, they came back. They said, what did he say to KK when she asked for the video? He said he would have to request the video. KK came to the hotel asking about the video and seeing if she could see the video. She said she wanted to see the video because they were unaware of what was on the video because they know that video was bad, y'all, right? They knew that video was bad. Yeah, smash the like button, you guys. Smash the like button. Hey, D-Dot, how are you? So yeah, they were saying, they knew they wasn't aware of what the video had on it, but they knew. They knew it was bad, pretty much, right? They knew the video was bad, you guys. So he told KK the video was bad. He said KK called again to the hotel and had Diddy on the phone. Diddy told him he had a little bit too much to drink. He asked if he could provide him with the video. Diddy sounded nervous on the call. So Diddy was nervous when he was calling and when he was talking to him. So hold on just a second, you guys. I gotta turn my page. So it says Garcia sent an email to the head of security so that he could let them know what was going on. Sean Combs and it gave the room, was the subject of the email. So he emailed them and let them know, hey, this is what's going on. Hey, they're coming up here. They're trying to ask for this video. And like, he was trying to follow his protocol from what I seen. He was trying to make sure that he, let the his like higher ups know that they were requesting this video. So anyway, so Sean so he sent the video and let them know about Sean basically wanting to get this video. So KK got Garcia somehow, like I said, set his cell phone number, and she would call Garcia and then put Diddy on the phone. He was pretty much wondering how they got his phone number. So it says he wanted to in my notes, he wanted the video. Diddy wanted the video because if it gets out, it could ruin his career, is what he was saying. Hey, Stanley, how are you? Up, man. Welcome, welcome. So I'm telling you, this was crazy. And you guys, the story gets even crazier. But you guys, I'm telling you, smash the like button. Let's get the likes up, you guys. So anyway, so let's see. It said, yeah. So Diddy was saying basically that the video would ruin his career. Basically, if it got out. So Diddy did not want that video to get out. He was trying to hone that video, make sure nobody got laid eyes on it, and making sure that that was the only video that was created and made. So Garcia, he let his supervisor know that Diddy called him to offer him 50, meaning $50,000 to get the copy of the video. He called KK and Diddy got on the phone and told Diddy his supervisor agrees to accept, because he was asking, hey, ask your supervisor if we could pay you guys $50,000 for the video. So he was like, I guess Garcia kind of set everything up. So he called Diddy back in KK and said, yeah, my supervisor said, he accepts the $50,000. Hey, Shiloh, how are you? So then when they accepted the $50,000, Diddy said and he wanted this done as soon as possible. So once Garcia's supervisor accepted and agreed to get the $50,000 for the video, Diddy wanted to get this video and get everything taken care of like ASAP, right? So then he went and he came and went to a server room and handed him the USB. Garcia did. Garcia went to this room. This supervisor handed him the USB and said, done, meaning that the video was done. It was on USB, ready to be over there, taken over there to Diddy and sold for the $50,000, right? So Garcia and KK, Garcia called KK and spoke to Diddy, right? And let him know he had the USB with the oh, he hold on. Yeah, he had the USB with the video on it that Diddy asked, when can I get it? So basically this is the point where they were setting up the sale of this the video, right? So it says Diddy wanted to meet Garcia as soon as possible. He was trying to get that video, y'all. He was like, I need this video. I don't need nobody ruining my reputation, right? He was like, I'm drunk. You know, he's a little tipsy. He's drunk. He didn't want nobody seeing how bad he did Cassie. That's really what that was about, right? So it says right here, it says Diddy wanted to meet Garcia ASAP to get the USB. Diddy gave an address to drop off the USB. So that's where Garcia got together. He went and while he was at work, he went and dropped off the USB to Diddy. Right? It's crazy. We're trying to figure out where KK is, Tammy. They have not mentioned KK at all today as far as her whereabouts. So I'm trying to figure out where she at, right? Is she on the milk carton or where is she at? Because she is MIA, right? So it says Garcia was on duty and ran an errand, is what basically I think his supervisor was like telling others, like, you know, Garcia's running an errand, he'll be right back. Garcia went and met Diddy in this high-rise building, called the New York phone number. KK answered, and he waited in the lobby, and the bodyguard came down to get Garcia from the lobby. Then they walked to the elevator with the security guard. So the security guard came to get him from downstairs. You know, when you're living in those high-rise buildings, they have, you know, the security and stuff. But this is Diddy's security. He met him downstairs. Then he took him upstairs to Diddy's apartment or condo or whatever, right? Then when Diddy, it says they walked to the elevator with the security guard. They got off and went into the apartment. Diddy and KK was in the living room with the security guard at the time of the entrance when they entered into the house, right? So it says Diddy was being nice to him. His voice was cracking because he was scared, y'all. Him was scared, y'all. He was sweating bullets and everything, right? He was really scared. And hey, how are you? And then it says KK brought him a tea because Garcia, he was scared too. So Garcia was scared. Garcia's voice was, I guess, cracking or whatever. He was nervous, right? Because he's like, this is Diddy. This is like you know, a mogul, right? This is Diddy. This is not like, you know, somebody just, you know, I'm trying to, you know, drop off a USB to. This is Diddy, right? So KK, he was so scared. KK went and made him a tea, I guess a hot tea. So it says Diddy asked if he had the USB. Garcia gave the USB to Diddy. So I know Diddy, when he got that USB, y'all, I'm telling you, he was happy, joy inside. Like, this is not going to get out. Diddy was trying to make sure that this was like the only copy too. Hold on, you guys. I got to turn my page. Diddy was trying to make sure that this was the only copy that was made. So it says Diddy got the USB. He turned over the USB to Diddy, and then Diddy left the room for a few minutes and said he'll be back, and asked if this was the only copy. And Garcia said, I believe so. This is the only copy. This is it. You will not see this again. This is the only copy of this situation from the hotel, right? Diddy tried to make sure he covered all his bases. He was like, he don't want to see this on no CNN, no ABC, Elemental P, nowhere, right? So anyway, so it says Diddy left the room for a few minutes and he said he will be back, and asked if this was the only copy, and Garcia said, I believe so. Garcia called Bill Madrano to ask if it was the only copy, and he said yes, it was the only copy. So Garcia said he had a concern that if a police report was made, Cassie may file Cassie will file a police report. So it says Diddy called Cassie on FaceTime while Garcia was delivering the USB to Diddy, right? So Diddy calls Cassie on FaceTime, and then Diddy told Cassie to let Garcia know that she wanted this to go away too. Like basically, she don't want to see this video no more either, right? But that was Diddy calling her. You know, he's a narcissist. I'm not no doctor, but we all know how Diddy was, right? He was probably telling her, "You better tell him that you don't want to see this again no more," right? So that's what she was doing. Cassie said she don't want to see this no more. She wanted the video to go away. So Diddy asked Garcia, Madrano, and someone else for their IDs. For some reason, Diddy likes to collect people's IDs. It's crazy, right? Tammy says he needs a life lesson, a lifetime of lessons. Oh, yes, absolutely, Tammy. You best believe that, right? You best believe that. So he took the. Y'all know Diddy always trying to remember when the freak offs came, and then he wanted some of their IDs. Remember, he was like taking people's IDs. He did the same thing to Garcia and his supervisor and the employees there at the hotel. Dida says Cassie be playing the blocks like jail. Dida, I know, right? So it says let's see. It says someone else. Oh yeah. So he told him he would take care of them, right? That's what Diddy told him. I'm going to take care of you guys. I'm going to take care of y'all. Y'all gave me this USB. Y'all telling me that this is the only USB. This is the only video. Nobody's going to be able to see it again. So, okay, cool. I'm going to take care of you guys. Y'all took care of me. Y'all gave me this, USB. Well, I bought the USB for $50,000. But y'all said that there's no more, no more copies, right? So Garcia called Madrano and asked about the IDs because he wanted a copy. Diddy wanted a copy. Hey, Teresa Bullock, how are you? Welcome. So Diddy called and it says, let me see. So he told him he would take care of them. Garcia called Madrano and asked for the responding officers' IDs. He didn't think they would give Diddy their IDs. So he basically Madrano he didn't know about, like, I guess they were kind of scared or wishy-washy the way it sounded. I don't know. To me, this is my own words. It would seem like they were kind of hesitant about giving the IDs. But in the meantime, they went ahead and they gave them, from what the pictures looked like, it looked like the actual IDs. So it looked like Garcia, the one testifying, took their IDs, Garcia's, Madrano's, and their supervisors, I believe it was, ID, so that Diddy can actually, I guess, take a picture or get some information off their ID, right? Get a copy of it. He took a picture of it. There was pictures, at least, on the evidence, right? So Garcia gave him the IDs because I guess with this business transaction, I guess Diddy was scared and he wanted to know who was who and what was what, because this was a $50,000 sale. So it was crazy, right? So it says Diddy asked Garcia to sign an NDA stating that the USB was the only video and he wouldn't ever speak about it anymore. So he had Garcia up in that apartment having him sign an NDA just to make sure that there was no more USBs, no more videos that would come later on, right? So anyway, it says on my notes. So it says Diddy came back in the room, y'all, and check this out. Check this out. This is crazy, right? This is crazy, right? So it says Diddy came back in the room, right, with a brown paper bag and a money counter. Diddy had a whole bank. Diddy had a whole bank in the back room, it seemed like, right? This joker comes out the back of the room with a money counter and a bag full of money. Y'all would not believe this. It says he counted Diddy Bop Doo-Wop counted out $100,000 cash. $100. He had a whole Bank of America in the back room in the second bedroom of the apartment. He pulled out $100,000 and put it in a brown paper bag, yo. I was like, oh my God, $100,000? That is crazy. So he took out the $100,000. He ran it through the money machine. He counted it for the $100,000 and gave it to Garcia. So then Garcia, he was like, "Hey, Garcia, do you want to, go ahead and count the money to make sure that it's 100,000?" He was like, "No, he's good." So Garcia gave him, Garcia's boss said he would give, Garcia's boss said he would, he gives him $50,000 to his boss, but gave an extra. Diddy gave $50,000 for, for the USB, and then an extra $50,000. So that was basically to take care of them. Because remember, Diddy said, Garcia, I'm gonna take care of y'all. Y'all took care of me. Y'all gave me this USB. I'm gonna take care of y'all. So he counts out $100,000. He says $50,000 for the boss, and then he gave the boss, let me see. He gave the boss. Let me see how much he gave. He gave the boss. I think he gave the boss 30,000. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, here it is right here on my notes, you guys. So he gave Garcia got into the wait. Let me roll it back just a little bit. So after Diddy counted the money, he asked Garcia, "Do you want to recount the money?" Garcia was like, "No." He went ahead and said, "Okay, I got," like, basically kind of like he, I guess, trusted him is what I took from it, right? So he contacted Bill Madrano and told him he got the money. He said, "We into money. We into money." He said, "We got the money. We got the bag. We got the brown paper bag with 100 stacks in it." No, he didn't say that. He just said, "We got the money," right? He was nervous. He said he took that money. He was scared. He said he got out of there. He said he got into his vehicle and left. He left. "Hey, Papa Flower, how are you?" He got in that vehicle and left. He like, "We into money. We into money." They had that money. He had that money, and he was gone. So he contacted Bill Madrano and told him he got the money. And then he gave Bill $50,000, and then $20,000 to the other employee, Elias was his name, $20,000 to him. And then Garcia, who made the transaction, he got $30,000. So he said he didn't. They said the prosecution asked, "Did you deposit the money?" He said no. He didn't deposit any of the money into the bank at all. None of the money he deposited. So it says, Diddy called Garcia. Diddy called Garcia on Easter, asking if anyone inquired about the video. So hey. So he asked him, "Did anybody inquire about the video?" So Diddy said, okay, that nobody inquired about the video on Easter, right? This was later after the transaction had been made. So it says, let me see. If he needed anything, Diddy said, if he needed anything, he said, "Just let me know." So Diddy was still trying to look out for him. So he said, Garcia, the one who went, the employee, the security guard, the one that sold did the transaction, he said he contacted Diddy like a year or two later, asking Diddy if he had any job opportunities to work for him. He said he messaged him on Instagram, I believe it was, but Diddy never answered. So that was like basically the last time he had any like dealings with Diddy. Then the government, they asked for a sidebar, and it says, oh yeah, so the government asked for a sidebar. And then Garcia, I guess they came back. Garcia seen the video again after on the news. So later on, the news got the video somehow, but they didn't never ask where the video, how the news media got the video. They never asked about that. So I don't know. I don't know how the news media got the video. They never inquired or gave any information on that. So it says Israel Flores showed Garcia a screenshot of the video. So that was the last time he seen the video. Basically, I guess after the transaction, I believe it was. That's what I put in my notes. Garcia met with law enforcement, but wasn't honest. He didn't want anything to do with the situation. So it says he got a lawyer. He said Diddy paid him and told the government this. So then when he got a lawyer, I guess he was being honest, trying to tell everything that happened, because he was the one who sold actually did the transaction of selling the USB with the video clip on it. So I'm telling you, it's crazy. D-Dot says, "I'm glad that person got deleted and sent to the block party." Oh yeah, they be cutting up, y'all. They be cutting up, but we send them to the block party where they lay, right? Where they lay, where they be at. So Anyway, so during um, Mr. Steele, I guess he was asking him a couple of questions, but it wasn't even many questions because I put cross-examination, defense, Mr. Steele, March 7, 2016, Garcia received double the amount received double the amount of the video. Okay, I would just write extra notes in. And then they did another sidebar. They were doing a couple of sidebars today. And then the defense, let me see. It says Garcia contacted law enforcement, government calls, witness, and that's when they're now on the witness, Derek Ferguson. So Derek Ferguson, he is the CFO, the chief financial officer for Diddy and his companies at Bad Boy. So he was testifying. He said he was subpoenaed and that he worked for Diddy from 1998 to 2017 for his as a CFO, which is the chief financial officer for Bad Boy Entertainment. So it says they showed a picture of Paul Oppert. He handled security budgets. It says they showed a picture of Roger Barnes and D-Rock. Their names came up too. So they were security at Bad Boy for Diddy, and Diddy was Bad Boy. Bad Boy was Diddy was the sole owner of Bad Boy. Now, why I'm trying to figure out what they're trying to do with as far as bringing the finances in. I'm not sure if this is the point where they're trying to find out like money laundering because Janice Combs' name came up on an account, and and I have it in my notes. Janice's name came up on an account, and I'm wondering how they're trying to tie that in. If they're trying to tie that into like some kind of money laundering, because she opened an account, and then Diddy and Derek, which is the financial officer, opened an account, and they spoke about those right before we just took a lunch break. So that's pretty much where we're at. Derek, he's the chief financial officer, so he's on the stand. He's being questioned, and that's pretty much where we stopped at for this. But I do know, I believe it was, and quote me if I'm wrong, you guys, because you know I'll take the L if I'm wrong. But I do believe that Mark Garagos is Janice Combs' lawyer. So I'm thinking that he's her lawyer for the sole purposes of probably like these businesses. You know, if she had like dealings with like any kind of fraud or any kind of money laundering or anything like that. So we're gonna see what the deal is on that is, because that's where I'm trying to lean towards. I think that's what the prosecution team is setting up. But y'all, this morning it was like a crash out, like I said at the beginning of court, with that lady crashing out. But everything else pretty much went smooth. Garcia, he came in yesterday and he said that he didn't want to testify or something like that because he was going to incriminate himself. I guess he was scared, but he came back today and he actually testified. So I thought he was one and done and gone yesterday, but no, he came back and testified this morning. So I guess being that he was subpoenaed, they told him, you know, you have to tell the truth. And if you tell the truth, what you did, no matter what happens, if it's held against you, you know, if you, it can be held against you if you lie, but if you don't lie, you're good to go. Hey, Anonymous, how are you? Welcome. So yeah, so that's where we are. So court is going pretty good today. There's not much else to report thus far. We're gonna see like what are the what's the dealings and what's the financial situation that Diddy had, like what other companies he had. But I do know they said that he bought his homes, the properties in Bad Boy in the business LLC account. So the houses and property he has are in Bad Boy the Bad Boy LLC names. So they're not in Diddy's name. I'm not sure if any of the properties were in anybody else's name. They just mentioned right before lunch that they were in Diddy's Bad Boy LLC company. So y'all, we are going to go back in. We're going to head back up to the courtroom because we are actually eyes on Diddy today. We is eyes on Diddy today. His hair, you know, he was scratching his head when the chief financial officer was up there speaking right before lunch. So I don't know if he's nervous about what's about to be going down. Because I mean, when I say he was scratching that head, he was scratching that head real hard, going all like this and everything. And then he looked like he maybe ate a little bit of humble pie, y'all. I'm just saying, he looked like he ate a little bit of humble pie. So he's, you know, we're gonna see how everything is going. Everything's going so far, it's so good. Like I said this morning, except for the crash out, because the crash out was crazy, y'all. I was scared, and it was right behind, literally right behind my back, like literally, like right here where the tree is. That's exactly where the lady crashed out at. I was like, oh my God, please don't let her jump over this pew and hit me in the back of my head, y'all, because I'll be like, okay, oh Lord Jesus, I'm suing. I got a lawsuit right here in the federal court. But anyway, you guys, it was crazy. The girl was fighting the federal agents, and I'm surprised they didn't arrest her, but she was crashing out. But they said that this lady has been a problem ever since, I think for a while, since she's been coming up here to the federal courthouse. So I'm surprised they did not arrest her, because I'm telling you, when I say she was cutting up, I mean she was cutting up, y'all. It was she was a mess. I was like, I'm surprised they didn't carry her right on there to the MDC in the paddy wagon, right there with Diddy, because she was, I mean, she was doing the most, y'all. It was really bad, really, really bad. But y'all, I'm not going to keep you guys. I'm going to continue to keep you guys writing my notes. Write my notes, y'all. I got a lot of notes. I'm going to continue to write my notes, and then I'm going to come back out after court is done, because we got to go back in there. I think court has already started back again, so I'm going to go in there and catch up. Hey, Michael Miller, how are you? Thank you. I will be. Thank you. So we're going to go back in there. We're going to catch up and see what else is going on. So look, I'm really nosy. Look, my nose, I'm like nosy Rosie right about now. I can't wait to see what is going on with them finances and them dollars, because I mean, Diddy had like a whole bank in the maybe the apartment, I mean bedroom number 2 in that apartment, to be coming out the room with $100,000 cash with the counting machine like he was Bank of America, Citibank or whatever. That was shocking. I was like, oh my God, that is a lot of cash. And you guys already know, y'all already know, according to the law, you are only allowed to have so much cash on hand. How he had that much cash, they said that they had cash transactions, but at the same time, you guys, so much cash, according to the Fed, I think it's like 10,000 you can have cash. Besides, anything more than that is like illegal to have on you, from what I've read. But I'll go and check back and see what those like federal laws are as far as that. But he came out the room, he came out the Bank of America, Diddy Bank of America, with $100,000 to pay $50,000 for the USB video, and then the other 50 for them to split amongst the 3 guys that gave him the USB. And then he said, I'm gonna make sure I take care of you, y'all. He didn't took care of them. He had $100 grand in a brown paper sack bag. I was like, oh my God. But y'all, thank you guys for stopping in. I'm going to go live again after we get out of court the second half of the day, and then we're going to do a full deep dive later on. So y'all stay tuned, you guys. Stay tuned. Be good. Always lead with love, peace, and tranquility, as I always say, you guys. And y'all, I will see y'all in a few, y'all. Love you guys. Bye-bye.